All right,
All
for
right.
everyone wondering what that was, welcome back to Crease
Crease
Central.
Oh my god.
That is the best way to start a
I
podcast
This is the
because,
most me thing ever. I just fucking poked myself in the eye while doing that. Holy shit.
but for some context, we were at a hockey game and there was this one Sabres fan who kept on doing that every time they scored, and
The Devils
we
won.
were sure to let him know when the Devils scored.
Yep, we all did it back. So, All right, anyway. Happy playoff season?
Yeah, that
The playoffs are here.
sure are. The season has flown by.
It
It's
fucking
crazy.
has. It's been insane. I gotta say, the season is much better when your team's actually in the playoffs.
It goes by a lot quicker, right?
It does, yeah.
Yeah,
A
when
lot
the
less
team isn't good.
painful.
Yeah, exactly. When the team isn't good, it just feels like a long season being dragged out.
It does, yep. All right. So, how do we want to just want to straight up make our brackets now?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, let's share my screen here.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, with the
All right.
brackets.
Look.
Why does it not have your face up there as well?
I
It's
don't know.
weird.
People deserve to see my face.
They do this. Oh, there we go. Now we're good. All right. So, bracket name. Oh. Okay, you're gonna have to share. Hold on. What the fuck? What the fuck? Was die fuck? What in the fucking world? All right. So
Oh,
there's
you could actually use it? What?
What do you mean? If you go to go to NHL.com/bracket.
Yeah, and then it just dies.
Hold up. Share your screen and show me what's happening for you, because this isn't happening for me.
NHL.com/bracket.
Okay.
And then the link's in, and the entire page is just white. It's all blank.
Huh, alright, that's weird, but I will share my screen after I just pull up the website again, because I shut it for some reason.
I don't know how this is happening.
Ah, shit. You're not meant to see that.
Mm-hmm. All right. We ready to
Anyway,
start?
new bracket.
You want to just try making a joint bracket, or we want to do
Yeah,
separate ones?
let's make our separate one, and then we can kind of do a joint one, just after you
Mm-hmm.
give me a second here, because I have to window capture, then, hold on.
I think we see everything fine.
Yeah, you can, but they can't, because it's trying to get to like that save resource thing. What?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, what the hell? See, this is why I don't like OBS. It's not working right for some reason.
Just share whatever's in Discord, and that's it.
If I share it, though, it gives me that, like, we've paused this preview to save your resources screen. So I
All right.
physically can't.
Mm.
Hold on, is this better? Yes, there we go. Okay. We're
All right.
good
Everything
now.
works?
Yes.
Perfect.
All right. Cross crease brackets.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, can you see?
Yeah, I could see.
Just making sure this is still working. Okay, we're good. All right. So, how do we want to start? Do we want to start west or do we want to go east to west?
I say let's start with the President's Trophy winners.
All right. President's Trophy winner Boston Bruins going against the Florida Panthers. Do you want to make your bracket first or shall I?
Okay, is this our serious bracket or is this our troll bracket?
This is a serious ass bracket.
Okay, because my troll pick is Panthers in 4. But
I could genuinely see somehow Boston losing this series. I don't know why. I just feel like it might actually.
It's 2019 Tampa Bay all over
I
again.
know. I mean, we all know it's going to be Boston, but I guess it's your bracket, so your pick.
Boston Bruins.
All right. Toronto, Tampa, make a decision. And don't forget to like analyze it too. You can't just be saying, "Oh, Tampa." We need to stretch this podcast out. We need that.
Okay, then let me explain Boston. Or do I need to explain Boston?
No, that's a given. That's a given.
Okay, well, 5 games. I'd say the Panthers squeak out 1.
Okay.
And then Toronto, Tampa Bay. The curse goes on Tampa Bay in 7. I just cannot see it happening. Like, I maybe this is the year for Toronto. Maybe this is the year, but
All right.
all I need to say is if they do win, if Toronto does win, it won't be in 7. It just cannot be.
Carolina, New York Islanders.
Let's go with the upset, New York Islanders.
Devils,
I just see
Rangers.
them
Oh yeah, you have to
suffocating.
explain.
7-game series. I just see them suffocating them. Sorokin's gonna steal a game or two. Just their playoff experience and their defensive structure. I would just see them suffocating the Hurricanes.
Devils,
Devils,
Rangers.
Rangers. Let's go with the Rangers in 6 games.
How many games did you say for each of the rest of the ones?
5, 7 for Tampa Bay, and 7 for New York Islanders.
All right, and then 6 for the Rangers.
Yes.
I don't know
in
why.
6.
I've seen people saying the Devils. I've seen people saying the Rangers. But like the one thing everyone agrees on is this series will be 6 games exactly. Like
Well,
I haven't seen 6, I haven't seen 5, I haven't seen 4. It's 6 games.
Because 5 or 4, that's too even, and then 7, that's no opposite. 5 or 4 is too uneven, and then 7, that's way too even. So 6 is
All right.
perfectly in the middle.
Now, do you want to finish off the East Coast or do you want to move to the West?
Let's move on to the West. Colorado, I'm picking them over Seattle. I think it'll be a relatively easy series for Colorado. Just Seattle doesn't have enough playoff experience, in my opinion. But who knows? Also, Seattle's without Burakovsky to start.
Yeah.
That's gonna be brutal.
Let's go Dallas, Minnesota.
This is a tough one. I'm gonna go with the Dallas Stars, but in 7.
Okay. Shit, didn't mean to do that.
I
Sorry.
think it's gonna be a tough series. I think Minnesota's gonna do well, but I'm picking the Dallas Stars.
Winnipeg versus Vegas.
Let's go with another upset here. Winnipeg Jets. I just see potentially Connor Hellebuck. You never know. I want to go for at least one upset in there. And then
Edmonton.
I'm going with Edmonton. I just see Connor McDavid being too much.
Games.
Avs in. Let's be bold. Avs in 4. Who's next? Jets in 6. Stars in 6. And then Oilers in 5. We're going a little bold for the West.
All right, let's go Boston versus Tampa. Who you got?
I am going with the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Boston going out. They're done.
Call me crazy, but just the experience. It's too much.
So what's this rival? Why am I forgetting what this rivalry is called? What's that rival? The New York City rivalry or something? Do they even have a name for it? Why am I stupid?
I think it's just the Battle of New York.
Oh yeah, who do you got in the Battle of New York?
Call me biased, I guess, but go with the Rangers.
Tampa, New York again. All right.
Yep, a rematch. Then rematch of the conference finals in 2021, I believe. Hold up.
Oh, I didn't mean to click. I clicked by accident. Just ignore my dumbness. I said rematch. Who you got?
Well, I'm picking both of those anyway. I'm picking Colorado and I'm picking Edmonton.
So quite literally a rematch of the Final Four from last year.
All right, this is a rematch of the Final Four. Although this time I'm picking both of the other winners, Edmonton and New York.
And then your winner?
Edmonton Oilers.
Yeah, you got Connie getting how many goals?
How many goals? If the series ends in 6 games and we get an average of 6 goals, we'll go 36
goals. All right, I'm going to take a screenshot of this because I can't save it because I got to make my bracket here as well. Well, let me just...
I could take the screenshot for you.
Oh, yeah, you do that. Duh, I'm stupid. Just do that. You got it?
All right, done.
All right.
Yep.
So, my bracket time. Clear bracket. All right. So, Boston, Florida. I mean, I don't see any way. I have a hard time seeing Boston losing a 7-game series to almost any teams, and Florida's sure as hell not one of them. Okay, this year, It's going to be the year. I am telling you right now, Toronto is going to get it done. Because I'm going to be honest, Tampa's not too good. Are they? I mean,
Nah, not great.
Tampa just hasn't impressed me this year. They haven't been the same monster that they've always been. All right, anyway. Carolina versus New York Islanders. I'm going to have to go with the Islanders. Again, Carolina, they're just not a scary team without Andrei Svechnikov. I mean,
Yeah.
they had a miserable end of the season.
I
All right.
picked the Canes to win the cup this year, but
All
the
right,
beginning of the season.
this one's going to hurt me. I just have a hard time seeing the Devils beat Igor in 4 games. All right, so I'm going to take this one in 6. Listen, it would be more spectacular to see Toronto beat Tampa in 7 than it would be in like 5. That's why I'm picking them in 7.
Hmm.
Boston versus Florida. I think Florida will squeak out 2 wins
Can you
somehow.
imagine if it is the year that the Leafs finally win in the first round? Can you imagine if they just sweep the Lightning?
Bro, if that actually happened, that would be like insane. All right,
And you're like,
Islanders.
you couldn't do that for the last 7 years.
All right,
Or no, maybe not 7, but
dude,
actually, yeah, 7.
the Lightning would get freaking clowned on if they lost in a sweep in the first round to the Leafs. All right, Islanders versus Hurricanes. This is gonna be an odd pick. I think the Islanders are gonna make tidy work of them. I think 5 games is gonna do the trick here.
Hmm.
All right,
So,
next side, Colorado, Seattle.
hmm.
I like Seattle. I mean, let's be honest. Who saw Seattle even making it out of anywhere this year? I thought they were going to be a Bedard team. Didn't you?
Yeah, I had them near the bottom as well.
I mean, good season for them. I think they're done.
Yeah, you just get their, what's the saying? Get your feet wet, get some
Yeah.
playoff experience,
Listen,
and
the thing
be
about
back in the future.
Seattle and New Jersey, neither of those 2 teams were meant to make the playoffs this year.
Exactly.
Like, I wouldn't be mad if the Devil. I know I'm bringing it back to the Devils, but I wouldn't be mad if they lost in the first round, because I didn't
Hmm.
expect them to make it here. Next year is when I'll like start really expecting them to do stuff. But like right now, with the Devils and the Kraken, I don't really have any expectations for them because you don't know how they're going to play in the playoffs. All right,
Exactly.
Dallas versus Minnesota. Let's keep it going. Dallas Stars are gonna make work of the Minnesota Wild. Minnesota, a team known for losing in the first round.
Minnesota.
All right, Vegas Golden Knights, Winnipeg Jets. Bro, me and you have the exact same upsets. I'm going Winnipeg. Edmonton, LA Kings.
Oh,
That's not good.
please save.
It did
It
not.
did not save.
Hold on, give me a sec. I picked Boston, Toronto, New York, New Jersey, or no,
New
not New
York.
Jersey, New York. 6, 7, 5,
5.
6. All right, there we go. Colorado, Dallas, Winnipeg, and then this one I've got the Edmonton Oilers making work of the LA Kings. They showed they could do that in the regular season. I think they're going to do it again. I think Seattle is going to do a little bit in the first round. I think 6 games will do it for them.
Hmm.
Um, this is going to be
You got to do at least one sweep in there.
yeah, that's this one right here. This one's going to be a sweep. I'm calling it.
Yeah.
I don't think LA is getting the game. I just don't trust LA's goaltending.
Yeah.
Like their goaltend, and it's not like their goaltending like isn't gonna. They're facing the best goal scorers on the fucking planet. I mean, come on. And then Winnipeg, I got them winning in 7. All right, let's move on to the second round here. Boston, Toronto. I've got the Boston Bruins going to the conference finals. Islanders, Rangers. The Islanders are going to snooze their way back to a conference final. All right.
Oh, interesting.
Now, Colorado, Dallas. If the Avalanche had a healthy Gabriel Landeskog, I think they would win this series. But as it stands, I don't think they can win the series. I'm picking the Dallas Stars over the Colorado Avalanche. And then
Another Joe Kiviranta.
Winnipeg versus Edmonton. Now, I know it's popular to pick Edmonton to win, but if there's going to be a goaltender that can shut down McDavid, Draisaitl, Nugent Hopkins, Hyman, Connor Hellebuck's that guy. I got the Winnipeg Jets in 7. Okay, so conference finals, Stars versus Jets. Or actually, I should do this one first. Boston, New York Islanders. Their run's over. Boston's making it to the finals. All right, Dallas, Winnipeg. I mean, Ottinger is about the same level as Hellebuck. And then their scoring is just so much better on Dallas. I'm going with the Dallas Stars. And to win the Stanley Cup this year, I've got the Dallas Stars. Let's go. I got a jersey.
What is happening right now? Why are we looking at Google Chrome help?
Wait, hold on. What happened?
Zach is busy putting on his Stars jersey.
I got the Dallas fucking Stars are winning the Stanley Cup this year. Their
Question, will it be in overtime, and will the man on your jersey score the goal?
Sagan? Nah, he's kind of bad.
But he's a former Bruin.
Oh, that's so bad. Oh, it's so funny. Listen, okay, so I think Dallas will get their first ever legal Stanley Cup this year.
Yeah. No, Tyler Sagan will score the OT winner with his foot in the crease again.
Listen, the only thing I ever want is Pavel Zacha to miss an open net that costs the Bruins a series, in any series. I just want Bruins fans to shut up about Pavel Zacha being, like, also good.
Pavel Zacha scores the OT winner, but his foot was in the crease, so they don't count
All right,
the goal.
so now I guess we got him. Oh yeah, total goals. Let's go. Make this a higher scoring series. Let's say 8 goals, 7 games. Let's say 54 goals. I know that's not the exact number, but somewhere in there. All right, so now do we make
in a
our
7-game series? That's holy 54 goals in a 7-game series.
yeah
That's
above 7
almost
goals a
8
game.
goals. That's almost 8 goals a game.
I said high scoring series. I mean high scoring damn series. That's gonna be a high damn scoring series.
That's gonna be quite high scoring.
All right. Anyway, so now do we want to make a group bracket or are we?
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Okay. How do we want to settle disputes here? Just talk them out, or do we want to like?
I say,
All right. Let's go over the one. Let's go over the consensus ones here first.
Boston Bruins.
Bruins, Avalanche. We both had the Stars. We both
Yeah.
had the Jets.
The Gold Knights might make us look very stupid here.
We both had the Oilers. Okay. So game totals. We predicted the West the exact same.
Okay, I had Avs in 4. You had them in 6. Let's settle on 5, I guess.
Okay. You had Dallas in 6, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So 6 or 7. Let's say 6. I
Sure.
had Edmonton in 4. You had them in 5 or 6.
I had them in 5.
Let's say 5.
We can settle on 5, sure.
Winnipeg, you had them in 7
In
or
7.
6. I had them in 7, I think, right?
I think so.
All right, let's settle on 7. All right. So then we also agreed on the Islanders and we agreed on the Rangers.
Yes.
So the only one we have a dispute over is the Toronto Maple Leafs.
I'm okay with picking Toronto.
I'm okay with picking. See, here's how I view it. If everyone agrees that the Leafs are going to lose in the first round, they're going to win in the first round. That's why we need to pick the Leafs to win in the first round.
All right, the Leafs are going to win.
Okay. All right.
And we're picking the funny number, right? For the amount of games.
7 games.
We're picking the funny number.
All right.
This one we agree in 6.
This one,
I had them in 7. You had them in 5. We could settle on 6.
Okay.
And then Boston, I had them in 5. You had them in 6.
Settle on 5. I think
All right.
5 is probably more realistic. All right. So Colorado, Dallas. You had Colorado. I had Dallas. I'll give you Colorado on that one. I mean, they are the better team.
Yeah.
Edmonton, Winnipeg. Probably Edmonton more likely.
Yeah, Edmonton is the more likely one.
Boston, Toronto.
I'll give you Boston.
Yes. All right.
Now
Islanders
it's time
versus
for me.
Rangers.
I see your argument,
I,
but
I I see the Rangers. Yeah, I can understand that.
I
As
mean,
long
I
as
don't
you agree,
hate.
Boston over the Rangers.
Yes, yeah. If they're gonna play the Bruins, I don't see them
And then
winning.
are we going with the normie final or the second most common final?
I say with the normie, pick Edmonton.
All right, Edmonton, Boston, and here we are again. Jesus. Most common final in the world, I swear. All right. Edmonton, Boston. Who's prevailing?
Do we go with the obvious choice?
Who's the obvious choice? Because I've seen it about 50-50.
I mean, so Boston's the obvious choice, but Edmonton is that one choice that's not so obvious, but it's very plausible. Like last year, the obvious choice was Colorado, and that very plausible choice was Calgary. And I think I picked Calgary. I think you picked Calgary as well.
I don't
Do
remember
you
who I
remember?
I don't remember who I picked last year.
I'm pretty sure both of us picked Calgary,
Huh.
but
All
the
right.
obvious choice was Colorado.
Here is how the stuff breaks down, by the way. Leader who had the most points, obviously Boston. However, the goals per game went to Edmonton. They do score more. However,
And they have a
again,
much better power play.
they do have a much better power play, but the penalty kill on Boston is also insane.
And the goaltending. Do you trust the Oilers' goaltending? I feel like that's the question we should be asking here.
Do you trust? Hold up. How many games did Linus Olmark play this year?
Not that many, actually.
Linus Olmark.
It's not a crazy amount. I think it was under six. It was definitely under 60.
All right, he played 50 games this year. Well, why did it?
Yeah,
God
that's
damn
not
it!
a crazy amount.
This is a joke.
Well, at least it loads for you.
All right, hold on. We're not gonna pick like the exact game totals. You guys already know what the game totals are. These are all just gonna be random. Just 5, 5, 6, 6. Rangers, Bruins,
Hmm.
Bruins, Avalanche. No, do we pick the Avalanche? Or, yeah, we picked the
We
Avalanche.
did.
All right, then, bam, bam. All right, so back to this. So we played 50 games this year. Do we think he can play? How many games are the average playoff team? Does the average cup final team play? 30? 20?
Yeah.
30? Do we think he can play 30 straight games without going into a rut? Or are they going to like rotate both goaltenders? And are both
I think that they can comfortably rotate both goaltenders.
I honestly
You
see
just,
Edmonton winning here.
Edmonton was my pick, but I don't want to pick the same one.
Let's pick the same one. I mean, like, look at the goals per. Can they survive a. Hold up. Who won the Boston versus Oilers series this year?
I don't think the Oilers or the Bruins lost many season series.
It was split. It was a split series. Both games ended 3-2 in the opposite way.
Mm-hmm.
The Oilers won the more recent matchup.
Yeah, the Oilers won the more recent matchup.
Because when the Oilers can get hot scoring, they can get hot scoring.
Should I mention that Jeremy Swayman was in net for both of those games?
Ooh. So that
And
there
for
was
the
like a.
Oilers, it was Stuart Skinner for both.
I'm thinking Edmonton.
Let's go with Edmonton. Why not?
I don't want to see Boston win the cup this year.
Yeah.
Like, that's just too
Although,
regular. All right, we have submitted our bracket. Our bracket is locked in. So now what do we talk about for the next? We've been recording for 25 minutes. Do we want to?
well, first of all, Conn Smythe.
Conn Smythe? Call me crazy. I'm not giving it to Connor. I'm giving it to his buddy Leon.
Hmm.
I think Leon's going to show up in the playoffs.
Yeah. Okay, so if we're picking the Oilers, then yeah, I'll give it to Connor. I just don't see anyone being better than him at all.
I mean, I think it would be the common choice to pick Connor, and I think even if Leon plays better, he's probably going to win. Just to say Connor won the playoff MVP, because that's like what the media would want. But,
Yeah.
all right, so now what do we talk about? Shit.
Oh, what about you? You picked the. Who did you pick in your bracket?
I pick
The Dallas Stars.
Dallas, yes, because
Who,
I'm wearing the
who's
jersey.
winning the Conn Smythe there?
Conn Smythe for Dallas? Ooh. It's either going to be Robo or Ottinger. I think Jake Ottinger is going to steal the show in net. He's going to shut down whoever he plays, and he's going to win the Conn Smythe. He's going to shut down Boston.
Yeah, seems like a fair pick. And now we've talked about the playoffs. Do we want to talk about the opposite side of the spectrum?
The
What is
regular
going
season?
on? No, the
Oh, the
bottom of
draft.
the league.
The bottom of... Bro, did you see Columbus won a game? And they just completely ruined their odds a little.
They won 2 games, I believe.
They went from 32nd to have from an 18.5% chance to a 13.5% chance, dude. They almost won 2 games in a row, and they almost ended up in 29th. You know what we should do?
What?
Let's do a tankathon.
Yeah.
Tankathon. This is gonna bring up the NBA. All right, predictions. Who's winning?
Okay, so my prediction in real life would probably be Columbus, but because I don't want to pick Anaheim. But knowing Tankathon, it will be either Montreal or Arizona because they're
All right.
around 5 or 6.
Okay, my pick for number 1, San Jose Sharks. My pick for number 2, the Philadelphia Flyers. Who do you got number 2?
Okay, so then let's go number 1, Montreal, and then knowing Tankathon number 2 will be Detroit.
All right, let's let it roll. Columbus and Montreal.
See, I was
Interesting.
close. I was close.
You got one. Now, can we talk about what would be the most interesting? Because I don't really want Bedard to go to Columbus, do you? I mean, it's kind of just Columbus, you know?
Oh wait, hold up. Is the pick for Chikrin protected or no?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Completely protected. Top 5. If it moves up at all, it's protected.
Oh, also, if it moves up at all, is that the condition?
Well, if it moves up at all, it's going to be top 5. So.
Well, I want to see what the condition.
The condition is if the pick is in the top 5, it's Ottawa's property.
Uh-huh.
Listen, okay, which team do you want to see him go to? Let's talk about that. Which
Okay,
team?
which team do I...
Besides Washington, because you're a...
No,
Although,
I honestly would not want to see him in Washington.
I think if he ends up in Washington, that's going to hurt Ovi in the long run. Because he's going to take up more goals than he is going to give assists.
He also might completely revive, what's it called? Ovechkin's... I wouldn't say revive Ovechkin's career, but just he might give more life to the whole team.
I don't want to see him go to Washington, though, because that would, like, rush their rebuild a lot.
Yeah, I agree. The 2023 first rounder is top 5 protected. Okay, got it.
Like, the thing with a good rebuild is you can't just win one number 1 overall pick and then be the
Mm-hmm.
greatest team in the world. Because if
Mm-hmm.
you don't have prospects elsewhere, you're not going. What's a good recent example of that? I wouldn't say the Rangers. I wouldn't say the Devils. I wouldn't say Montreal. Buffalo didn't play power.
Of a team not going anywhere after they win first overall.
Yeah, like a team that won first overall and became just mediocre.
The Devils with Nico Hischier. I mean, actually, no, they made the playoffs, but it
They
wasn't
made the
because of
playoffs
Hischier.
off
It
the
was
back
because
of
of
Taylor
Paul.
Hall, but they weren't like good the year after either, because then they got Jack Hughes.
Yeah. I mean, the Leafs got Matthews and became amazing right away. But then again, you might argue that they're still not that good because they haven't won in the
Yeah, they
playoffs.
haven't. What have the Leafs actually done in the playoffs? Like, what's the good example? Florida, maybe with Ekblad. Like here, okay, you know what? That
Well, I
doesn't
mean,
matter.
Buffalo with Darlene.
What like, but I'm
What
thinking
about?
Buffalo with Darlene is actually a great example
Yeah,
of
they
how did
didn't do anything. They won first overall 3 years later.
2018. So what did they do 2018, 2019? Like they just were mediocre. Instead of
Yeah.
like losing more, that actually just kind of ruined them a little because that meant their pick is a little higher.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
mean,
that and
Darlene
in
is
29,
great, but
who did they draft in 2019?
did they draft
Can I
him?
remember that? No, they had to have drafted. I'm looking it up.
Hold on, wait, no, Dylan Cousins.
All right, Dylan
Yes,
Cousins. So that
because I
was good
remembered
for them as well.
I think he was like right above Zegras, and I thought Zegras was gonna go to Buffalo.
Yeah, and then they got Quinn the year after that.
Bro, Alex
And then
Turcotte
Power.
went 5th overall in the draft.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Is he even playing now
I don't think
with the
he
Kings?
is. He's played 4 games in the NHL, had 0 points, 5 penalty minutes, and was a -2.
Not great.
With
He's
31 games in the season in the Ontario Reign, he had 17 points.
I mean,
Kid,
that's not great either, but
he's
that's
22
tough.
years old.
Yeah, that's honestly tough.
Like, he's the biggest bust from that draft. I mean,
I mean, I don't know what's going on with him personally, but
think he has injury issues.
yeah, maybe that's it. But yeah, overall, most of these guys are established NHL players.
Yeah. Jack Hughes, established superstar, you would agree.
Yeah,
99
yeah, for
points.
sure.
Capo Caco, not a superstar, but he's a solid player.
He's a very good third liner.
A good third liner, yeah. I mean, he was literally part of a big kid line.
Yeah, yeah.
Kirby Doc,
Kirby Doc, same, established in Montreal.
great revitalized season. Bowen Byram starting to gain his footing.
On the blue line so far.
Moritz
Very
Seider literally won a Calder.
exactly. Dylan Cousins established with Buffalo. Philip Broberg established. Zegras
I
more
don't
than
think Broberg
established.
is okay. Broberg is kind of Broberg's not good yet, but he's in the NHL now.
That's what I'm saying. He's an established NHL player.
Like, who's the next non-established player? Soderstrom?
Soderstrom played 30 games this year.
I guess, yeah,
But
he's established. Who's, like, the next player that's really not been in the NHL?
has Lassie Thompson been in? Maybe Samuel Poulin?
Lassie Thompson, 2 games in the NHL. Okay, so he's the next worst player. But, like, that's, like, LA missed the ball with Turcotte.
Kochetkov was drafted in 2019.
Kochetkov
Holy.
was
Yes.
he an overager? Okay, yeah, he was.
Probably.
He was an
No, he's
overage.
23.
So that means he
That's
was
only 1 year.
1 year old, but he was still overage, yeah. Who else was
Okay, but
drafted?
it's not major.
Hold up. The greatest player of all time, Shane Pinto, was drafted in
Oh,
2019.
wow.
You know what
Nick
that you know
Robertson?
what that Shane Pinto pick is worthy of? I
What?
know it's not Buffalo, but I mean, come on, we gotta give it up for Shane Pinto. All right. Who else was drafted? Who else played games? And Alexei
Did Norlinder play
Protas.
this year? Did Norlander play this year? I
Who's
saw him.
Norlander?
Matthias Norlander. He's with the Habs, I believe. Yeah,
Bro,
no.
there's
Dustin
just
Wolf. He made his debut recently.
yeah, he's in. There's really not many like so
Well,
far really
it's
many
2019.
yeah, but there's not really many like late round shockers yet.
Well, I mean, most guys that get drafted into the NHL, you don't even notice them.
I know. See, is anyone in the later round to like look like they might be anything recently? Are there any names I recognize in the bottom 3 rounds?
I only recognized Wolf.
Um, oh, Eric Ciclone, I think he's the guy who played. He played for Michigan in the championship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no one else that I recognize.
I'm gonna be honest. 2019, kind of a weak draft in the upper level. The first round was good, but the upper, like the top rounds, not that good.
Yeah, yeah. But so we're going a bit off topic. What's the most fun scenario that involves the first overall pick?
The what scenario would I like? Which one's the most fun? Arguably, Arizona.
I think it's Vancouver.
Vancouver also could be fun, but
He's from British
let
Columbia, right?
let's roll the sim again, shall we?
Is Bedard from British Columbia?
Yeah, he is. Oh
He's from
God,
Vancouver.
listen, him going to
No,
Philly is my personal hell. I do not want to see Connor Bedard end up in Philly,
the fans are gonna ruin him.
bro. Like, because their fans are just assholes. I don't want to see people from Philadelphia happy. It makes me sad.
I
Right.
don't know. Nashville could be a fun city for him.
I like. Oh, they can't even get him because they're not top 10. They're
All right,
top.
they're outside.
Damn, I would have
Yeah,
loved
a
it.
team can only move up to 10 spots, right? Or 9 spots.
It's 10 spots, so 11 and up can get him.
Uh-huh. So
I would have.
so Vancouver just squeaked in.
Yeah, I would have loved to see him in Nashville. That would have been a fun city for him.
It'd be fun for him.
Fun for the fans too. I mean, do you have anything against Nashville?
No, I
I
love Nashville.
I don't think anyone in the NHL really hates Nashville.
Yeah.
Like
'Cause
they
they
don't have
haven't
any
been
real
good.
big rivalries. I mean, like
Dallas?
Nashville is a team you just unless you're like an actual natural rival of them, you just root for them because they're not too dominant. They're just Nashville. They have a very dedicated fan base and not much success to show for it.
In a fun ass city.
Yeah. Who else? Who could actually San Jose? I mean, they would
San
really
Jose would be ironic because they gave up Stutzla. And then they get Bedard, who's arguably a better version of Stutzla.
arguably a better version of Stutzla. He is a better.
Right now. In terms of potential, yeah, he is.
I mean, he's way better than Stutzla.
His
All right,
at
hold up.
his maximum
I have a
potential.
question for you. There's like a 4-player draft based
Mhm,
on draft years. Alex Ovechkin, Sidney
mhm.
Crosby. Actually, 5 players. Ovi, Crosby, Ovet. No, wait, hold on. I can't talk today. Ovi, Crosby, McDavid, Matthews, Bedard. Draft them based on draft years.
Um. So meaning if they're all the 18-year-old versions of themselves.
Yes. McDavid number
Okay.
1.
Number one, Sidney Crosby.
Yeah, number 1 Crosby actually. Number 1
Yeah.
Crosby.
I don't think anyone's broken Crosby's records. Not yet, I believe.
Crosby number 1. McDavid number 2.
Yeah,
Bedard
probably.
number Bedard number 3. Ovi number
Ovi
4.
4, Matthews 5.
Listen, I think Ovi's much better like now, but I mean back then Russian kid, like the Russian hate in the NHL.
Yeah, the Russian factor was a very much real thing back then. It
Yeah.
still is with a guy like Michkov, but
Hold on, let's do this again. Hold up. Let's do like a different version of this. All right. So the most recent 5 first overall picks. How do you rank them based on draft years? So
mm-hmm.
that would be
R- uh,
Slavkovsky,
Slavkovsky
Power, Lafreniere, Hughes, and Dahlin.
and Darlene. Okay. In terms of potential when we're drafting them, or in terms of what they've already done
Potential.
when
If you
they
were a
got
GM at the time and they were all in the same draft with the same stats, Lafreniere number
oh
one. The
yeah,
hype
Lafreniere number
the
one.
hype for Lafreniere was extreme.
It
Didn't turn
was.
out well, but I think I think it's just the QMJHL just overproduces stats.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Number
because it literally looked like he was the next Crosby. He played for the same
yeah.
team. Okay.
All right.
So
Number
number one, Lafreniere. Number
two
two, probably
Hughes.
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 Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Hold on.
Number three, are we going? Okay, I'm picturing this. Are we going Slavkovsky at the bottom, or are we going Power at the bottom? I think Power at the bottom,
I think
right?
Slavkovsky at the bottom. I mean, even when he was drafted, not everyone liked the pick.
Well, because they thought it was gonna be right.
Because I mean, if you weren't even like the consensus pick at draft time and people still hated your pick,
Yeah, then I guess Slavkovsky at the bottom, Power 4, and then Darlene 3.
yeah. I mean, that would
And
have
then
to
yeah,
be how it would go.
mm-hmm.
Like Darlene was consensus, but he wouldn't have been consensus if there was another good player in his draft. You know?
I mean, number 2 is Svechnikov, who is okay, if you're
Nah.
doing a redraft, are you picking Svech
Hold up. Let's
before
do this. Let's
Darlene?
do this. Hold up. Let's get the cap friendly up here.
Okay, but if you're redrafting, are you picking Svechnikov over Darlene?
Hold on. Let's get cap friendly up. Mock draft. Let's see. Um, 2018. Sorry about that. Ah, shit. I'm not a robot. All right. So number one, Darlene.
Are we picking Svech or Darlene again?
I mean, Darlene's literally a Norris candidate this year.
Okay, but Svechnikov's also really good.
Hold on. I just don't trust Svechnikov. How is Svechnikov this year?
Injured.
Exactly. He has injury issues.
I'm pretty sure this is his first major injury.
82, 78, 15. Okay, yeah, it is. He's never been a point per game, though.
Oh, has he? Oh, that's interesting.
I thought he was better than that.
Yeah, same. Especially last year.
Huh, so he's never been point per game. I think Darlene's better
Yeah,
then.
I agree. Are we picking Quinn Hughes over Svechnikov?
Nah. Svechnikov number 2.
Okay, and then we gotta go either Quinn Hughes or Brady Tkachuk.
I gotta make sure we're not missing. I gotta make sure we don't get embarrassed here by missing some sort of late round pick.
Yeah, it's Tkachuk.
I think Hughes. I would take Quinn Hughes over Brady Tkachuk any day.
Quinn Hughes is terrible at defense. I'd pick Tkachuk over him.
Okay. Tkachuk, then Hughes, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Who's next in terms of scoring?
Next in terms of scoring, Jesperi Kotkaniemi.
I picked Dobson over him.
I picked Dobson. I picked Keandre Miller.
Yeah.
Who else? Are there any like?
Any goalies?
Oh yeah, are we missing goalies here too?
Wait, the goalie in 2018. No, I don't. I don't remember. Spencer Knight was 2019, I believe.
I don't
Right?
think there were any good goalies in 2019. No, there weren't. All right, let's sort by games played and not. I feel like games played is probably the better category to search by. Elite prospects. Hold on. All right, so
Mm-hmm.
next, so you want to go? Who would you prefer, Dobson or Miller?
Dobson. And then
Dob
Miller after him.
and then Miller. Where is he? Where was he drafted?
Are
There
you
we go.
sure? Yeah, there he
22.
is.
Um, then
And then
who
after that, I guess Kotkaniemi.
would you rather, him or Joel Farabee?
I say Kotkaniemi.
Kotkaniemi. And then where do we put Sharangovich in here? Because he's top 10
I'd
in
say
points.
right after Farabee. Going to the Rangers.
I don't think. Would you rather him or Romanov?
No, I'd rather Sharon Govich than Romanov.
Hmm. I honest.
Romanov was really good his rookie year. Or not
How
really good, he
how
was just good.
far are we drafting?
First round, maybe?
Okay,
Or top 15?
let's do first round.
Uh-huh. Who's next in terms of scoring?
Next in terms of scoring,
We got Zadina, we got
e-
Kershaw, we got
Evan.
Sandin.
Wait,
Sandin.
what about Evan Bouchard?
Yeah, we got Evan Bouchard, we got Sean Dursey, and Rasmus Sandin.
I take Bouchard over Sandin.
Yeah. Let's do Bouchard to the Oilers like he went.
Bouchard. Shit, I gotta stop doing that. Then we go Sandin.
Mm-hmm.
And then next would be
Um,
Dursey.
yeah, we got Dursey and we got Wallstrom.
Let's go Dursey Wallstrom.
Mm-hmm.
Dursey is like a shot blocking machine, bro. That guy just blocks fucking every shot. Dursey Wallstrom. Let's make sure there's nothing like no one that appeared this year that we're where's my tab? There's my tab. Anyone that appeared this year that we might be missing? Um
Doesn't look like it.
I don't think so.
Uh-huh.
However, I am gonna push for Akira Schmid to go in the first round. Just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
That kid had insane stats this year. What about Matthias Samuelsson?
He
Steady,
played.
steady, reliable defenseman for Buffalo.
Would you pick him over Zadina and Adam Boqvist?
I don't like Zadina. I think he's overrated. He's an offensive player. 190 points, or sorry, 68 points, 190 games. Nothing.
Wait, I think we're underrating Adam Boqvist
What
here.
about what about Marchenko?
I say Boqvist over him.
Boquist over Marchenko. Okay. Boquist, then Marchenko, or then Samuelson.
We got Joe Velino, we got Alexiev,
I'm putting
Jonathan
Samuelson
Berggren.
next.
What do we think of Jonathan Berggren?
I don't. He plays for Detroit, right?
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of Detroit's games this year. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't watch as much hockey as I would have liked to this year.
Yeah, same.
Kind of wish I watched more regular season games, to be honest.
We got Joe Velino. We got Alexiev. Who else? Merkley, Ty Smith. Dennis Engel? He used to be a very highly touted prospect. What's happening with him?
I don't think he's anything special. I mean, just a prospect.
Who knows Lundqvist?
Has Lundqvist been? Oh, Lundqvist has been insane this year with Dallas, hasn't he? All right, I'm
Yeah,
picking
he's
him
been
there.
good.
I'm picking him there. Then who's next? Okay, what about Romanov? Are we gonna take Romanov?
Yeah. Romanov. Then we got Faravari. If you want to go for a
Where,
reliable
where,
defenseman.
where was Romanov picked? I don't know.
Second
Roma.
round.
Oh, there we go. Fehavari and Fehavari.
Oh, Barrett Hayton. I feel like we were skipping over him.
Has Hayton been any good?
All right.
Okay, let's pick Hayton now.
Has Ty Smith been any good?
I think he's played like 10 games with Pittsburgh. He sucks. He's a bust.
Oh, what about Ty Dellandrea?
Delandria. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, we have to put Zadina in.
Yeah, let's go to Zadina, then Dellandrea. Do we take Krafts off for the potential?
Yeah, then Kratsov. Then we have to put Marchenko here, right?
Yeah. Ooh, Rasmus Kupari? He any
Have
good?
we done Lundstrom yet?
Nope.
We have to go Lundstrom. I feel like we've been ignoring him. Isaac
Mm-hmm.
Lundstrom. Who else is
Ryan
there?
McLeod, Philip Kurashev.
Um, any lower picks? Not looking
Let's go
like
with
it.
Kurashev. Let's go with Kurashev.
Kurashev. There we go. How do you spell his name? Why can I not type? Philippe
There we go. Philip
Kurashev.
Kurashev.
Then you want to go.
Kupari?
Who?
Kupari?
Kopari? Yeah.
He's been alright.
Valeno next.
Yeah.
Then
Ryan
McLeod.
McLeod.
McLeod, yeah, he has to.
Kevin Ball.
I
He been any good?
He's been good at the end of the season. He picked his game up at the end of the season, definitely.
So then we have 3 more picks. We're saving Schmidt for the last pick. Kalen Addison.
Oh yeah, Addison.
Oh, Philip Hollander? Oh no, he's not any good.
And then Schmid. I'm putting Schmid there.
Alright, that's
Yeah.
the first round.
Alright, we good?
Yeah.
Text. I mean, do that shit. There we go. Alright, we're good.
So we
That's
got
our.
Darlene to Buffalo. Well, let's go one more time. I want to imagine some of these scenarios. Darlene to Buffalo stays the same. Then we got
Svechnikov.
Svechnikov.
Kachuk in Montreal.
All the Sens fans would cry.
I mean,
Ottawa gets Quinn
I
Hughes.
think the Sens fans would be happy with Quinn Hughes.
Well, I mean, they've already had Shabbat, so I don't know. Dobson going to the Coyotes, that would help. Keandre Miller to the Red Wings. Kotkaniemi to the Canucks. Farabee to the Rangers. Sharon Govich to the Rangers. Oh, no, Farabee to the Blackhawks.
Yeah,
My
I was
bad.
gonna say.
Sharon Govich to the Rangers. Bouchard back to the Oilers. Sandin to the Islanders.
Okay, hold
Anders to
on.
the Islanders.
Let's be honest here. Sharangovich wouldn't play in the NHL if he was on the Rangers.
Yeah, not yet.
I don't think he would ever. I think he would just be Kratsov, basically.
Probably.
Just a hyped up player. Wallstrom. Bro, hold up.
Dallas.
The blue line additions here for the Islanders are
Sandin
insane.
and Dursey to the Isles.
Bro, that's like an insanely good D pair right there.
Boquist to the Flyers. Samuelson to the Panthers. Romanov to the Devils. We skipped someone to the Avalanche, I think. Oh, can you scroll up? Who went to the Avalanche?
Lundqvist, Romanov.
Nils Lundqvist to the Avalanche. Barrett Hayton to the Flyers. Faravari to the Blue Jackets. Zadina to the Kings. Delandria to the Sharks. Kravtsov back to the Rangers. Marchenko to the Ducks. Lundstrom to the Wild. Kurashev to the Blues. Kupari to the Sens. Valino to the Hawks. McLeod to the Rangers. Ball to the Leafs. Addison to the Red Wings. And Akira Schmidt to the Capitals.
All right, do we want to do? We have a little bit of time. I think.
What do we want to do?
One more draft. Just any draft.
Can we do a tier? I want to do a tier list. We haven't done a tier list in a while.
Go tier.
Literally any kind of hockey tier list.
Maker. Let's see here. NHL. Well, that's sport. That's specifically play. Like that's specifically NHL
Just
logos.
Google NHL.
Look. There we go. NHL. Let's see. What do they have made for us? What do we want to do here?
Do a fun one.
What is NHL wifeism?
Hey yo, nah. Hey yo, nah. Are these all jerseys?
A lot of them hot NHLers.
Okay, second overall pick since 2000. That one seems like the most interesting.
Let's do it. All right. Hall of Fame talent. Who the fuck is that guy?
Is that Danny? That's not Danny Heatley, is it?
Is that who the fuck is that? Is that Bobby Ryan?
Second overall pick from 2000. Who is the 2007 overall pick? Second overall pick. That would indeed be
Hold up. This is so
Danny
far.
Heatley. Danny Heatley All-Star.
This is so far behind. This is like not updated at all.
Okay, we can include all the rest.
Let's go find. Oh, I want to
Okay.
find that. I want to see if there are any other ones.
Nah, that was fun. Come on.
Hold
Go
on,
back.
let's
That
see.
was fun. We can
Okay, fine.
include all the later guys. All right, so where are we placing Danny Heatley All-Star?
Top
Hall of
line,
Fame.
top line contributor.
Yes.
Top line
I would agree.
contributor, Jason Spezza.
For Spets. Is Spets a Hall of Famer?
No,
He might be.
no. Who is
Okay.
that? Kerry Lettinen? No,
2003 or 2002?
2002.
Gary Lettinen.
Yep. Goalie second overall.
I'd say good, but not worth the pick, or
Hold up.
or
Who was in
bust.
the 2002 NHL draft?
I got it. Oh, we got Rick Nash. We got Jay Bomeister, Yoni Pikkinen, Ryan Whitney. W. It's not a great draft. This is not a great draft at all. Okay, who's
All right,
played
so
the
let's
most
say
games?
top line.
Okay,
Let's say
actually,
top
there's
line
some guys who
contributor.
played a lot of games. We got Duncan Keith, Jay Bomeister.
Okay, well, if they
Valtteri
could have picked Duncan Keith, I mean, let's be honest, he's not worth the pick.
Yeah, they could have had Duncan Keith. Eric
2003.
Eric Stahl is a Hall of Famer in my opinion, but I'd say put him down in top line contributor.
Yeah. This one's easy.
Malkin Hall of Fame.
Malkin. Let's put him with his brother. Let's put. Why am I blank?
I'd say
Jordan
can you
Stahl.
argue for Stahl as good but not worth the pick?
I mean,
I believe he was picked in that stacked 2003 draft. They definitely could have had someone better.
I thought Eric Stahl was 2003.
Yeah, never mind. Jordan was 05?
Actually, hold on. 2003 NHL draft. Arguably. Oh my god, that's actually kind of weak. That like first 10 right there. Never mind, I guess he's worth the pick.
Yeah, Eric Stahl leads the draft in games played.
All right. Bobby Ryan, which is 2006. No, 2005.
No, couldn't have been 05. Actually, yeah, it was 05.
I mean, Carey Price was literally picked 4 picks after.
Let's see.
Anze Kopitar was there.
Paul Stastny, Keith Yandel,
Tuukka
TJ
Rask. TJ Oshie, James Neal, the real deal James Neal. He was good for. I think let's put him in good, but not worth the pick.
Andre Pavlich. Ooh, remember that guy.
Bro, Andre Pavlich. JVR, good, but not worth the pick.
Electricity. Oh,
good,
yeah.
Doughty, Hall of Famer.
Yes.
Hedman, Hall of Famer.
Hall of Fame.
Sagan, Hall of Famer.
Can you argue for good but not worth the pick?
No, I don't think you can.
I'd say top line contributor. Gabe Landeskog, top line contributor.
Flat out bust Ryan Murray.
Oh yeah. Barkov, top line contributor for now. Reinhardt, can you argue that he wasn't worth the pick?
He wasn't worth the pick. That's a given, but
what draft was he in? 2014?
Yeah.
2014. Yeah, so instead of Reinhardt, they could have had Leon. Okay, yup. William Nylander, Braden Point, Kevin Fiala, Nikolai Ehlers, Dylan Larkin, David Pasternak. Oh my.
Bro. All right, let's go. Eichel, top line contributor.
Oh yeah.
Line.
Is he I want to see who was drafted in that 2016
You can only do
draft.
about 5 picks behind him. You can only look at. I feel like Kachuk. That's about it.
Uh-huh.
I would argue worth the pick.
Yeah, DeBrincat, Dubois. Yeah, he's worth.
Nolan
Fox,
Patrick.
Hall of Fame.
Andrei Svechnikov, top line contributor. All right, so
Can we argue he's? No, he was worth. We just did a redraft. He was worth the
all right,
pick.
let's go Capo Caco. Good, but not worth the pick.
I mean, if you want to put him in bust, I guess you can.
I
But
just said good, but not worth the pick.
I know. I'm saying if you want to argue for that.
I mean, I would argue he's a bust comparative to a second overall pick, but he's a good player. Just he's not worth the pick.
Is he better than Ryan Murray? Yes. Wait, why'd you put Reinhardt in bust? He's not a bust.
Why did I
He's
put him
good,
in
not
bust? I
worth the
don't
pick.
know. That's my bad.
Yeah, and he's better than Nolan Patrick. So yeah, put him in good, but not worth the pick.
Who was 2020? Jesus shit.
That would be Quentin Byfield.
Byfield. I would argue good, but not worth the pick to bust.
I'd argue too soon to judge.
Just
he just
with,
hasn't played.
I mean, just with Stutzla behind him alone, he's already in good, but not worth the pick. Considering they could have taken Stutzla.
Yeah, he just hasn't. Let me look up his stats. Literally don't think he's played. Quentin Byfield.
Is there a version of this, but for third and fourth overall picks and stuff?
If you Google it, I'm sure you can find. Quentin Byfield played 53 games this year. That's decent. Only at 13 points. Oh, 22
I'd
points.
say good, but not worth the pick then.
Yeah.
2021, Beniers top line contributor.
Already. And then 2022. Who? Oh, Nemeth.
Nemeth. Why did I forget that one? Jesus. Too soon to judge.
Yeah, he hasn't played.
He's quite literally been in the AHL all year. All right. Well, let's see if there's a third overall pick. NHL number 3. There is not. Hold on.
Just say NHL third overall.
NHL third overall.
Mm-hmm.
First overall picks. NDA third overall picks.
NHL third, fourth, and special K. Oh, that's jerseys. Never mind.
NHL prospects. Now,
I don't recognize half of these.
That's Heishier. That's Hughes. But they're not prospects.
Yeah, most of these guys are established.
Here, hold up. There we go. Number 3 overall pick since 2000.
Perfect.
Marian Gaborik.
I was gonna ask, is that Gaborik?
Good, but not worth the pick.
What draft is that? 2000?
2000.
Okay.
Who the hell is that before? Oh, that's Jonathan Drouin. Alex Galchenyuk.
Who's that in the Canucks jersey between Huberdeau and Duchesne?
Is that?
I don't know who that is.
Hold up. What year would that be?
After Duchesne, before Huberdeau. So 20... Huberdeau was 2011, I believe.
2010 NHL draft.
Eric Gabrins.
I needed that man. Hold up. Brett Connolly was drafted in what the?
No way.
Hold up. This 80-year-old looking man was drafted in. This man is 30 years old.
Holy.
This man looks like he's retired with grandkids.
All right, so what are we saying about Marian Gaborik? They could have had Scott Hartnell, Justin Williams, Ron Hainsey, Nick Schultz.
Top line contributor.
Yeah, the pick.
Is this St. Louis or Le Cavalier?
Look, it's not St. Louis. St. Louis was a very late draft pick.
I would say top line contributor. Bouwmeester top line contributor.
For sure. I'd argue maybe even Hall of Fame.
Who the fuck is that motherfucker?
Wait, who is that? Nathan Horton?
Oh, it is Nathan Horton, I think. The 2003 NHL draft, Nathan Horton.
Yeah, that looks like
Arguably
Horton.
good, but not worth the pick.
Yeah, 2003 definitely not worth the pick.
2004, is that redeemed for Bada?
If you know that.
Cam Barker.
Andrew Ladd. Oh no, Cam
What?
Barker.
What the fuck?
Cam
Who the fuck is that guy?
who the fuck is that guy?
Hold up. This man.
That guy definitely looks at kids at the park.
Okay, yep, this man's a flat out bust. Jack Johnson. Good,
Jack
but not worth the
Johnson used
pick.
to be good.
He was insane. Would you say top line or good, but not worth the pick?
Good, but not worth the pick.
Jonathan Tays, Hall of Fame talent.
Scored in his last game.
Kyle Turris?
He used to be a top line contributor. Now it's good, but not worth the pick.
Zach Bogosian,
Hall
flat
of
out
Fame.
bust. Matt Duchene. Where would we put Duchene?
Top line, or who could have been drafted in 2009?
Evander Kane, Braden Shen, Nazem Kadri.
Who's played a lot of games? They could have had O'Reilly. Really, the only two people who have played more games are O'Reilly and Tavares. And in terms of most points, only Tavares is ahead of him. I say he was worth the pick.
Okay. Oh, do I have him in worth the pick? I do. Okay. Who is this guy?
Ooh,
Oh, yeah, Eric
underrated.
Goodbranson.
A lot of great guys came out of this draft. Tyson Berry, Chris Kreider.
I know, I saw.
Riley Smith, Kyle Palmieri,
Right.
Anders Lee.
So are we putting Goodbranson in
This is a
flat out
deep draft.
bust? 2009 is an underrated draft, I know. Are we putting?
Yeah, that was the Tavares draft.
Are we putting Goodbranson in flat out bust or good but not worth?
Yeah, Goodbranson's a bust. I would say.
Huberdeau Hall of Fame.
No, top line.
He's been
not
insane,
all.
with the exception of this year. Galchenyuk flat out bust. Druin flat out bust. Hall of
Draisaitl
Famer.
Hall of Fame. Dylan Strome, I'd say good but not worth the pick. He's been good this year.
Pierre-Luc Dubois, good but not worth the pick.
I'd say he was worth the pick.
Would you take
though.
him at 3rd overall in an NHL draft, though?
Who's ahead of him?
Hold on. Who is ahead of Dylan Strome? Not Dylan. Why did I say? You could have had Kachuk.
Yeah, Kachuk and Keller, Sergachev, those are, and McAvoy. Yeah, those hurt.
Yeah, let's put him in good but not worth the pick.
Miro Heiskanen, top line contributor.
Kotkaniemi, good.
Kotkaniemi, good but not worth the pick. Yeah.
And then,
after that, it's
2019 Doc, good but not worth the pick.
yes.
2020
And then
is
Stützle, top line.
I'd argue he's close to Hall of Fame.
Not yet.
If he keeps improving like he's been improving, though, or I'd argue he's going to be at least towards the top end of the top, like towards the Huberdeau and McCavill.
Yet. He hasn't proved that yet. Like Draisaitl, if he retired today, there's a case that he could be a Hall of Famer.
2021 Hall of Fame.
Who's after 20? Who's after
Mason
Stützle?
McTavish? Too early to judge.
Yeah, barely played.
2022 is Logan
Arizona.
Cooley. Logan Cooley, too early to judge. All right, you want to do one more, or are we done?
I think we're done. Unless
you want to do number ones.
Yeah, let's do number ones.
All right, we're starting off with Rick DiPietro.
Hall of Fame.
Ilya Kovalchuk.
Top line contributor for most of his career.
He was. Rick Nash, top line contributor.
Same.
Flower Hall of Fame.
3 Hall of Famers in a row right there. Just put them in there. Fleury.
And then a flat out bust.
And
Good.
then one more into the Hall of Fame.
Hall.
Patty Kane.
I would argue also Hall of Fame Steven
At
Stamkos.
this point, Stammer is a Hall of Famer.
Are we? Tavares.
Tavares, I'm not putting him there yet.
Top line contributor. Hall. Good but not worth the pick.
No, that was the Taylor versus Tyler draft. I'm sure he's worth the pick. Top line contributor for me.
Nugent Hopkins. See, I would have said good but not worth the pick until this year.
You can't count this year as his whole career.
I'd say if
high
he.
end of good or low end of top line contributor. Put
All
him
right.
in low end of top
Mail.
line. Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame.
Let's put him number 1 Hall of Fame here. Hold on. Nathan McKinnon Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
Ekblad.
Top line. He's proven himself.
Contributor.
A flat out
McDavid.
bust.
Hall of Fame. Top line contributor. Heischer.
And yes, and top line contributor Darlene.
Darlene top line contributor. And
Okay,
then
who's
Jack
after
Hughes.
Top line for now. Hall of
Top
Fame
line, but
potential,
if
top
he
line.
continues at his pace, Hall of Fame. But for now,
Yes. Top line.
Lafreniere.
Good, but not worth the pick.
I would argue. Hold up. How many points did Lafreniere have this year? I'm arguing for a number 1 pick. He could be a flat out bust. I mean, 40 points and 80. That's okay. We need to have like a category just mediocre.
Yeah.
But for now, let's put him in good but not worth the pick.
Mm-hmm.
2020.
Then
Power.
Owen
Power. Top line contributor version on.
Too soon to judge.
And then Slavkovsky. Too soon to judge. Looking towards the flat out bust. Good but not worth the pick territory, right?
Yeah.
All right.
And then Power's looking towards the good but not worth the pick territory as well.
All right. I think we have done it. We have drafted. Let's just remove this real quick. You know how we have to end it here. Wait, oops. I removed the wrong thing.
How do I have to end it? I have a feeling, but...
You know how we have to end this, right?
Yes.
Let's do this. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Goodbye.